My dear friends, Bank Employees Federation of India observe this July 22nd as Demands Day. All will remember that on this day only last year, IBA and unions signed MOU leading to the 11th bipartite settlement. BEFI did not sign that MOU and settlement. The reasons behind that is well explained earlier. Now, what are the demands on this demand day? Number 1 is 5-day week. Number 2, immediate enhancement of family pension up to 30% without any ceiling. Number 3, pension updation. Number 4, increase of ex gratia to pre-1986 retirees. And number 5, scrap NPS and introduce defined old pension scheme to all employees. Friends, before coming to the details of the demands, let us have a glance at the recently concluded wage revision in insurance sector. It was in April this year. What is the highlight of that? Number 1, the most important factor is that their improvement on basic pay is 15%. Loading is 15% on the basic pay. And what about ours? It was 2.5%. What a huge difference. All of us know basic pay is the most important component in any wage revision because the DA, HRA, Provident Fund, gratuity, pension all depends on basic pay. Not only that, the coming settlements also depend on the present basic structure. But here what happens is that in our settlement time, what IBA said, government has instructed them not to have more in basic pay. That is a government instruction to all sectors. That was the contention. Now what we see, in insurance, government has agreed for 15% hike on basic pay. We congratulate the insurance employees for achieving this. But what about us? About us, how it happened? Why this is denied to the bank employees? Why this discrimination? Why this treachery? I think it is an attack against the bank employees. That is the number 1 point. Coming to the demands, 5-day week. All will remember that during the 10th bipartite settlement time itself, IBA was telling and was giving the assurance that 5-day week will be implemented in the next bipartite settlement time, that is this 11th bipartite settlement. And was it done? No. Now, insurance employees were given this facility of 5-day week. Why? Why this discrimination against the bank employees is to be raised by the entire fraternity? Next is family pension. Once IBA committed, agreed in principle in a bipartite talk, what? 30% of family pension to increase up to 30% without any ceiling. It is a very important demand, friends. Many employees, lakhs of bank employees retired. We know that some of them expired also. Then what about their families? Thousands and thousands of families of these expired employees are facing hardships. They are not in a position to pull on. Very much struggling there. They don't get much as family pension. So this is a very important demand which UFBU were pursuing, but not yet implemented by the government. Number 3 is pension updation. We all know that pension settlement was in 1995, implemented in 1995. For the past 26 years, there is no revision or updation in the banking industry. This is unheard anywhere in India or even in other countries. Why it is so? What is the amount of basic pension of those who retired long back? It should be updated. That is the demand. And number 4 is that increase of ex gratia to those who have retired before 1986. It's a very low amount they are getting. Substantial improvement should be there. And number 5, very important demand, scrap NPS. Scrap NPS and introduced old defined pension to the entire employees. Why? What is NPS? National Pension System. Should we call like that? I think we have to call it as no pension scheme. Why? Huge amount is deducted from the salary of the employees and officers every month. And they are invested in share market. Good amount is in share market. And what happens? We know what is the functioning, how is the functioning of share market. Sometimes there will be boom, sometimes there will be abrupt collapse. This money of the employees being utilized by the corporates. And even when the GDP is low, even when economy is derailed, this share market may be showing an upward trend. It is very artificially done. It is a speculative market. No certainty over that. So what will happen? Who can decide how much the employees will be getting at the time of retirement? No idea. How much will be their pension? No idea. It is clearly uncertain on that. So what will happen? Suppose there is a collapse just before the retirement of a particular employee or group of employees. Their pension will be very low. Their amount at the time of the retirement will be very less. That is why we say it is almost no pension scheme. So we demand scrap this NPS system and introduce defined old pension scheme to the entire employees. And what is the present situation of the pension funds in the banking industry? That's also we have to see. My dear friends, some of the banks are diverting the pension funds to other matters. Very illegal affair. Thereby there is erosion in the pension fund. What will be the net result? When the employees retire, there may not be much funds to give pension to them. Those who are going to retire should be very careful on that. And those who already retired also, if the pension fund is like eroded, what will happen? Who has given right to this management to divert the funds? This also to be questioned. So friends, I am concluding. When we look at the demands we have raised, they are very pertinent and very important for the bank employees. We have to raise at this moment, when insurance employees were given 15% hike in the basic pay, when they were given the facility of 5-day week, why it is denied to the bank employees? It is our legitimate right. At this moment, shall we sit silent? No. I appeal to the entire banking fraternity to rise up to the occasion and see that our legitimate right is achieved. We should get what we deserve. All of us know, after especially this merger, our employees and officers are overloaded. More than 100 officers committed suicide due to overload. And in this pandemic period also, all of us know as frontline warriors, bank employees and officers toiling in the branches of the banks day and night. And it is very sad to say, more than 1,500 employees lost their lives due to COVID-19. So at this juncture, what we have to do? We sit idle? No. We have to raise this. That is why Bank Employees Federation of India have taken July 22nd as Demands Day. I appeal to the entire banking fraternity to come up and implement this Demands Day, observe it in the true spirit, and let us together march on to achieve what we have to achieve, the demands to be achieved, and no compromise on that. Friends, let us march on. Thank you all.